Alright, R6. Find trig functions using a calculator. So guess what you're going to need today? You're going to need a calculator. You can use either my calculator or you can use your phone's calculator, but you can't use your phone whenever you're taking the test. So it'd be much better if you understood how to do this using either my calculator or a calculator that you have besides the one that's on your phone. I'll try to explain it very, succinctly, but it's kind of hard whenever I don't have it on screen right now. So my calculator, the first thing, the most important thing I guess you need to know is this is pronounced cosine of 52 degrees. So when you are using a calculator, there's something that you don't know about right now, and it's called radians. And we won't get into radians in geometry, but you do get into radians whenever you're taking trig and higher level math. Whenever a calculator, let me back up, radians is a different way of measuring how big an angle is, okay? Just like inches and centimeters. They both measure length, but they measure them in different units, okay? So degrees and radians are different units to be able to measure how wide an angle is opened. Now, we are always going to be talking about degrees. So your calculator must be in the degree mode whenever you are going to be taking trig functions of angles. And so on my calculator, in the screen, at the very, very top, very, very small, top right-hand corner-ish like part, there is a DEG. If there is a DEG, then you are good to go. If there is an RA, whew, that scared me. Okay, so if you have an RAD, then you are not good to go, and you need to go to your mode button and change radians to degrees. So we always want degrees. Now, if you have my calculator, these are your keystrokes. You're going to press cosine. You're going to press the number 5. You're going to press the number 2. And you're going to hit the equals button. I know, it is that difficult. And you get 0.61566 da 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 da. Okay? We're rounding to the nearest hundredth. The number 100 has 2 zeros. If I have 2 zeros, then I want 2 decimal places in my answer. If I want 2 decimal places in my answer, then I'm going to look at that third number and see if that second number is going to change. If that third number is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, then we're going to change that 1 to a 2. If it is 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, then that 1 is going to stay. So that 1 is going to change. So our answer is going to be 0.62. Now, if you're doing this at home and you do not have a calculator, a scientific calculator, you actually do have one and it's on your phone. If you have an iPhone, go to your calculator and you want to put your phone in landscape mode, turn it sideways, not up and down, not portrait mode, but landscape mode. And let me do that while I'm calculator sideways, and there's all those buttons right there. Okay, so this is a little bit, this is called a backwards calculator. You're not going to put cosine 52 and then figure out what it is. If you are using a backwards calculator, you're going to do 52 and then hit cosine. And you don't even have to push equals. It automatically puts it in there, and then you would round that way. But make sure that you're in degrees and not radians. I'm looking quickly. Okay. This button right here, my button right here says RAD, and you would push RAD if you wanted it in radians. Okay? Basically, if you're getting this answer, you're in degrees. If you're not getting that answer, then you're in radians, and you need to figure out how to do that. So now I'm going to kind of speed it up and just push sine 74 in my calculator. 0.961. I'm just going to get 3 numbers. This one is not 5 or higher, so it's 0.96. Tangent 50, 1.191. We don't need the 1, so 1.19. Okay, cosecant 77. So cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, right? Reciprocal means that you flip it. There is not a cosecant button or secant button or cotangent button on your calculator. So what you're going to do, you're really doing this in the calculator to be able to figure it out. So if you're on my calculator, obviously you just do fraction 1 down sine 77, enter 1.026, so 1.03. If you are on your phone, you would do 77 sine, and then I'm looking for it. I know there's a button there. I don't see it. Oh. Okay. And then right here, there is a 1 over x button. Well, guess what? That makes it a fraction, right? And so if you hit 1 over x button, then it's automatically going to give you 1.026 and be able to do it that way. Now let me see if I can do something else. If I do 1 divided by 77 sine equals, I also get it. So another way, 1 divided by 77 sine, but you have to hit the equals button this time, because what shows you the first time is just what sine 77 is and not 1 divided by sine 77. Okay, secant is 1 over cosine. So 3.42. Oh, 3.42. I'm going to do that one more time. Yeah, okay. Now, sine 2 equals 5 over x. Well, first we need to know what sine 2 is. Well, no. I'm going to back up. We don't want to round until the very last step, because if you round at the beginning and then you have to round again and then you have to round again, you're just rounding a rounded number, and it's going to get off after you round so many times and stuff. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put sine 2 over 1 to make it a fraction, because 5 over x is a fraction. We're going to cross multiply, and sine 2 times x is just sine 2 times x, and 1 times 5 is 5. To be able to get x by itself, we're going to divide by sine 2. If you put the whole thing in the calculator at the very beginning or at the end, when x is already by itself, then you only have to round once. So fraction 5 over sine 2, 143.268, 143.27. Okay. That's it.